talk about a decision taken by the West Bengal government. It is a bold and historic step. The Bengal government has removed Sohrawardi's name from the avenue in Kolkata, a road named after him. The name has been changed. This is the clearest statement of intent. The message is that the era of appeasement is over, viewers. Now, there is a debate raging already. Many are saying, you know, why change name of the road that was named after Hassan Sohrawardi? He did not call for killing of Hindus. Viewers, let's be clear. Why should we keep celebrating the Sohrawardi clan? Whether Hassan or Hussain. Both these men chose Pakistan over India, period. They put Pakistan first. They wanted India divided. They stood with the forces that brought bloodshed and partition to Bharat and Bengal. Hussain Sohrawardi was the one who called for direct action day in 1946. Innocent families were slaughtered. And then he left India and became the Prime Minister of Pakistan, obviously much later. He chose Pakistan over India without looking back. His uncle, Hassan Sohrawardi, was no different. He also put Pakistan above India. So why should their name stay on our roads? Why should we honor men who helped tear India apart? The original tukre icons, viewers. Why should we teach our children to respect those who betrayed the very idea of one united country? The opposition is upset. Congress and TMC are calling this a saffron strike. They say it is a vote bank toolkit, but I just want to ask you something very simple. Why are they shedding tears for people who put Pakistan first? The answer to that question is the whole politics of the opposition depends on appeasement. They want to keep certain vote banks happy by glorifying men who wanted to break India. They do not care about truth or national pride. They only care about power. And that is why they object to this move. So, let's open this up. Professor Atikur Rahman is now joining us. Professor Atikur Rahman, let me start with you. How do you see this move?
Well, Pranesh, the bold move, as you said, was the demolition of the Bamia Buddha by the Taliban. A bold move. If you want to erase history, naming it anything, biased or anything, is it a bold step? And who told you that we are praising the Sohrawardis? We are not praising the Sohrawardis. We are telling our children that, see, these were the Sohrawardis who went against India and created Pakistan, but they were a part of the freedom struggle.
One minute. They wanted freedom for their own country. They were not part of any freedom struggle. So let's be clear. And if you want to tell children about anything that they were or stood for, you can tell them without having a road in their name. Atikur Rahman, you don't need a road to say all of this.
That's the argument given by Taliban when they were demolishing Bamia Buddha. That without, doing this, we can tell our children this and that. Why demolish it? Why remove it?
Sir, then let's do one thing. Let's make a road on Osama bin Laden and tell our children that he, sent 2 planes flying into the World Trade Center. ऐसा कर देते हैं sir. Osama bin Laden के नाम पे, where do you stay in Bombay? Let's, rename that road. Will you be okay with it? Will you see the name on the road and tell your children every day?
Someday renamed because it is after Maulana Muhammad Ali and Maulana Shaukat Ali.
Professor Mondal, what is the problem if the name has been changed? Why should we be, cheering Sohrawardis?
No. I don't think TMC has any reaction. The problem was ignorance about the history. When Suvendu Adhikari, or in fact, this was started off by Dr. Shapan Dasgupta long back. Instead of talking about the Sohrawardi who was responsible for Direct Action Day, he actually took up the name of the ex-Vice Chancellor of Calcutta University.
1 minute, no, 1 minute. This uncle Sohrawardi was equally, a Pak Premis. Where did he go? He abandoned India, went to Pakistan.
No, but you did not. No, hang on, be honest, you did not refer to this Sohrawardi. There lies the problem. That Sohrawardi was the Vice Chancellor of Calcutta University. He was also a kind
The
of
road was
stooge of
named
the
after
British.
Hassan Sohrawardi. The road has now been renamed. What is the problem? We are talking about the Sohrawardi clan. Tehseen?
But there is
Look, Pranesh, I'll just be brief out here. I tend to agree with what Professor Monjit Mandal said. Anybody who's harmed Indians should not have a should not have a road named after him. However, the professor is correct. This road is named after Hassan, not Hussain, the uncle. It was officially named in 1933, notified in 28 April 1933, and the Calcutta Corporation records that why this was gazetted, because his house stood there. Now, this is a surgeon. He was part of the vice. He was the vice chancellor of the university. This is named after that person. If you want to rename the road because he moved to Pakistan, that's fine. You said it was named after a murderer and a butcherer. He wasn't the person.
Okay,
so your
Sanju
very
Verma,
reason for renaming the road is
this.
wrong.
Yes. You know, first and foremost, Pawan Khera put out a post saying भाजपाइयों को तो हुसैन सुहरावादी और हसन सहरावादी के बीच का अंतर नहीं मालूम. So let me just educate, some people, especially from the Congress cabal. We know Hussain Shahid Suhrawardi was the former Chief Minister of West Bengal, and on the 16th of August 1946, when the Calcutta killings happened, more than 20,000 people were killed and more than 5 lakhs were left homeless. The Congress party refused to even acknowledge the Direct Action Day. So much for Tehseen sitting here and lecturing on ethics and political morality. And then we have Hassan Suhrawardi. Hassan Suhrawardi was the ex-vice chancellor of Kolkata University, was a medical surgeon, was given knighthood by the British. I don't care about Hassan versus Hussain. My simple logic is this. Why should anybody from the Suhrawardi clan be glorified in India? Why should a street be named after him? But very quickly, I just want to end by saying one thing. I can understand, Pranesh, the pain of the Congress party. For the longest time, there was a road called Aurangzeb Marg in Delhi. The BJP made it into APJ Abdul Kalam Road. Inke pet mein dard ho gaya. 7 Racecourse Road was changed to 7 Lok Kalyan Marg. Inke pet mein dard ho gaya. Rajpath was renamed as Kartavya Path. Inke pet mein dard ho gaya. And Latian Zone became the Central Vista Project. Inke pet mein dard ho
Okay,
gaya.
Tehseen, quickly. Dr. Ranganathan, I'm coming to you after this. Yes, Tehseen.
Pranesh, I can't be quick. I am stunned. I am appalled. Hussain was the premier of Bengal through the Muslim League with whom the Hindu Mahasabha formed a government. He defeated a Congress candidate. In fact, the Congress opposed him. The Congress removed rallies against him. These are documented. Professor will tell you. How can you come on national TV and say that the Congress was supporting him? He was a Muslim League candidate defeating the Congress. Congress opposed him.
No, they were both part of the Muslim League. Dr. Ranganathan.
Yeah, so let me just clarify a few things out here objectively. Number one, I am for removing names of barbarians that have been kept as far as our roads and buildings are concerned. I was the first votary for renaming Aurangzeb Road, and it is preposterous that Atikur Saab is saying that let history be history. Is there a Hitler Road in Tel Aviv? I mean, we cannot eulogize the barbarians who have wrought havoc and catastrophe on us. So please, let us not behave that way. Number two, there is a confusion. I am all for removing Shahid Suhrawardi's name, obliterating from any building or road that has been named in Kolkata. And I am all for giving as many, eulogies to Gopal Pata, who saved millions, potentially millions of Hindus from their complete destruction. But the fact is, this Suhrawardi Avenue is named on Hassan Suhrawardi, who was an exalted pioneering surgeon, who was responsible for identifying the cancer of the tonsil, who was a great friend of Upendra Brahmachari, who actually developed a drug for Kala Azar, and who died before Pakistan was even created. He died in 1946, Pranesh. So he died as an Indian in an undivided India. So it is wrong to rename this road. If there is any other road that is named after that barbarian Shahid Suhrawardi, by all means rename.
Yes, Sanju Verma.
Pranesh, 10 seconds. Tehseen lied. I need to rebut that.
बोलिए मैम, बोलिए.
Tehseen, please don't lecture me on whether I should come on national television or not. We know that Hussain Shahid Sehrawadi formed the Awami League in 1949. He was also a prominent member of the All India Muslim League. He was associated with various political parties, but your party has never debunked Hussain Shahid Sehrawadi. That is my limited point. You have never openly criticized the butcher of Calcutta. You have openly never criticized the direct action day of 16th August 1946. That is what I'm trying to expose.
Tehseen.
Do not make this about Hussain versus Hassan.
Pranesh, the man after whom the road was named died as an Indian. A brain surgeon, a vice chancellor of the university. The government got it wrong. Then you say that the person was a Congress stooge when he actually defeated the Congress. Pranesh, I leave it to your viewers. Where was Mahatma Gandhi on 15th August 1947? In Kolkata, stopping riots. So why are we doing this? Please, somebody who lived as an Indian, who contributed as an Indian, who died as an Indian, we are going to even throw their memory down the drain? By all means, if it is named after a bigot...
Listen, 1 minute. The fact that he died as an Indian, 1 minute. No, that is recorded history. The very fact that he was part of the Muslim League, and you know the objectives of the Muslim League became clear not in 47. It was clear much before. What was the objective of the Muslim League? It wanted the creation of Pakistan. And here you had this man as a member of that party. So, you know, it ends there, Tehseen. Now, Atikur Rahman, you respond to what Dr. Ranganathan said. Limited points, sir. You have the last word.
Yeah. I appreciate Dr. Ranganathan's point of view, what he has taken, and he has already said that if you want to erase history, you have to have logical conclusion towards that. What I am trying, and my limited point, Sanju Verma, is that the same arguments what you are giving today is the arguments of Taliban when they were demolishing the Bamia Buddha. They were intolerant.
सर ये क्या बोल रहे हैं सर मेरे तो समझ में नहीं आ रहा आप क्या बोल रहे हैं You're obsessed with Taliban.
This exposes your tolerance towards history. You know, the same arguments what you are giving to Sehrawadi today was the argument when the Bamia Buddha was demolished. So you are intolerant. You accept you are intolerant. Since you are in power, you want to do this. And since you want to doing this.
And there is a condolence message. 1 minute. This is a condolence message. Anuj Dhar, the historian, has put out this on X, and he is quoting a newspaper report. This is 20th September 1946. Muslim League condoles the death of their leader, Dr. Hassan Sehrawadi. So the fact that he died as an Indian is no defense that, you know, he was an Indian by heart. His heart was beating for Pakistan. He was waiting for Pakistan to be made. We have to move on. We've run out of time completely. Tehseen, I'm really sorry. Completely out of time. The news are with Navika Kumar on the other side.